H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, and sometimes Chris Walker. And guess what? That sometime is today. There he is right there. He's in the building. Look at him. He walked.
How about them Cowboys? My boy Dak is back.
What, before you get to talking about that, let me shout out to my starting five, man. Because I know. Let me get my starting five out of the way. And let me see, get the guys out of the way. No girl. Tanya Billingsley, Madonna Johnson. Let me keep going. Anissa, the real deal Bill. Let me keep going. Whoa! Where my other girls at? I don't see but three, Chris.
You know Mindy ain't coming on.
You was going to be on here today.
You know Mindy must know I was going to be on. She ain't come on today.
Man, let me see. Oh, Monte just popped up. Monte just popped up.
She don't count.
Dale Griggs is in the building. Hey, Dale Griggs.
You know, Mindy Collins.
Hey, Dale Griggs, your fellow Cowboyan.
Damn, Mr. Barnes called them the Yankees? Wow. Jimmy sent me a text the other day when they lost and called them the Stankies. I mean, like, I don't understand what this hate and vitriol is coming from the Yankees. I mean, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah,
the Yankees snitched on them, I thought.
What do you mean? First of all, they were cheating. That's what happens.
The Yankee was cheating too.
Yo, why you got an Astros background, not a Cowboy background? I don't get that. What's going on over there?
Quiet. Cowboys, they have them.
Man.
Hey, Cowboys don't win.
Cowboys got a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Let me tell you something.
Give me
I
something.
don't want to start the show off and get everybody all upset, right? Tom Brady, done. Hey, what's the number one thing take every dude down? Giselle, done. Aaron Rodgers, done. Who in the little boy, running around like a little crazy dude that can't read a playbook in Arizona, done, bruh. The Eagles, nah. We at full strength. Hatter, I've never said this before. The Super Bowl is the Rams done. We already beat them. The Super Bowl looking real good for the Cowboys right now. Come on, Kelton Solomon. Listen, the Super Bowl looking real good for them boys right now. I'm trying to tell you, son.
Hold up, before you go there.
It's looking real good now, I'm telling you.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something I love about this.
While you talking.
Okay, let me tell you something what I love about this Chop Shop.
Okay,
Anissa, I wish you could see my notes. At the top of my notes, hold up, I'm gonna show it to you. I got to show Anissa this, cause that's my girl. Let me show you what she said, Chris.
She mad.
Can y'all see that? What that said at the top of my note?
It say you got mononucleosis.
It said
mononucleosis.
Queen Sugar.
Mono, it
Queen
says
Sugar.
mono.
Hold up. I'll hold up. Chris, can you let me talk to Anissa? I have been not watching Queen Sugar. I've taped them, but I haven't been rushing to watch it because they took my girl off. I guess Charlie asked for too much money. I don't know if you watched Charlie Baudelaire. That's my girl. That's the reason that I watch it, Anissa. But last night, oh my God, I'm back with the sugar. I'm back with Queen Sugar and Anissa. I know we got him.
It's a sports show. Tell Anissa this is a sports show, man.
No.
It's a sports show, man.
No. Anissa, this woman rock Wednesday. She can talk about anything she want to.
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that.
She said,
But
since
it's still
Charlotte not there,
sports.
Darla is the Queen Sugar spotlight. Man, let me tell you something.
Anissa.
Let me tell you something. I'm back. Queen Sugar, I'm back.
I tried it. I couldn't do it. I tried it. But, maybe I'll go back to it again. I tried it.
But guess what, Chris? I like Charlie. But I just don't, you know how I am. I like players. I don't like teams. I like players. I don't like shows. I like characters in the shows. That's why I don't like you. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever. I told you, if I agree with you, we both be wrong all the time. So I don't want to do that.
So,
hey, man, listen, what's up with your homeboy, man?
Which one?
Man.
We ain't talking about, it's a certain rapper shoe salesman we ain't talking about.
Whoa,
we ain't talking about on this show.
Who?
We ain't talking about it on this show.
Oh, rapper shoe sale. Who you talking about?
Who you about to talk about? We ain't talking about it. A rapper that sells shoes.
Oh no! Oh, we gotta talk about him.
No.
We gotta talk about him.
No,
we gotta talk about him.
We ain't gonna talk about him. We gonna talk about the residuals. Hold up.
You are not gonna send me a text the way you sent me a text.
I know.
And think I'm not gonna talk about it.
We don't have to talk about it on the show. You can talk about it to me in person.
I'm gonna say it again. You're not gonna send me first of all, it's public information. So what are you talking about?
I just don't want to talk about it. I don't want to give him no more.
No, we got to talk about that. What do you mean we can't talk about that? But let's talk about your homeboy first, though.
Which one?
Deshaun Watson.
What he done now? The new girl?
Yes. Did you see the messages from the girl?
No, I ain't seen it yet. What they say, Chris?
I can't. I mean,
no, man. Tell it, man.
I'm done. Listen, I didn't do what I normally do because you call me Clickbait Walker.
Come on, Clickbait Walker. Hey, just give me some clickbait.
Clickbait Walker.
Give me some clickbait then.
I'm not going to give you clickbait.
I would disseminate.
Chola, she says, can you invest in me?
Yeah.
She said,
yes.
Basically saying she was trying to pursue, I mean, who knows what he was saying on his side.
Yeah.
But she was basically trying to pursue a relationship with him. I mean, let me see. It's Women Rock Wednesday. Let me see what they say. Because I know they read the article today.
Oh, it came out today? I didn't see it.
It's the top article.
Dude,
yeah.
I've been doing working this morning.
Man, listen, boy.
Give me okay, just give me some of something.
But that's why the dude is so cavalier, because I can't understand. I'm like, yo, man, you literally you didn't get off, but you kind of got off. Why are you so cavalier, man? Just take the L.
Yes.
And be quiet. But he won't do it because he, in his mind, he knows some of that stuff is what it was. He's not going to take a whole L for all of them when I don't think he wanted to take, when he shouldn't have taken, well, I don't know if he should have.
Hold on. This is embarrassing. And the law firm that filed this suit should be sanctioned and should be thrown out. This was my lawyer just sent me. Stunning.
Hold on. About who? What is embarrassing?
Oh, look, she just said, wow. That's a woman. She said, wow,
okay.
This is embarrassing. And the law firm that filed this suit should be sanctioned and it should be thrown out. Let me finish. She said, stunning series of text messages from Deshaun Watson's latest accuser. Bad faith. Nature of unrequited love. Ooh, suit. Wow. Nature of unrequited love? What? Now, if she talking about it, it ain't clickbait. Because she been covering this for a while. I just wish I had read it, y'all. See, I hadn't read up on you. Madonna want to know what I think about. I don't care about Kanye West. I never liked him. So I don't like to talk about somebody. I mean, I just don't want to talk about it. But guess what? If y'all want to talk about him today, I'm going to let Chris talk about it.
But listen, just so people know, is just if they did know what unrequited love is, that means it's one-sided. It means it's one-sided.
So
That means
Deshaun Watson did the girl sued.
no,
Unrequited.
unrequited means the girl
Unrequited,
was
yeah,
trying
got
to get with him, and he wasn't trying to hear it. You see what I'm saying? Your lawyer said unrequited love. It wasn't
have
Deshaun
sex with
Watson
her,
trying
but
to love her
ultimately
both.
gave her $300 for. Oh, hold up, y'all. Y'all don't know why you don't want to talk about this. Hold on, y'all. Y'all you talking about? Hold up. Oh, I want to read this, y'all. I want to read this. They said stunning messages by Deshaun Watson's attorney in recent court motion cast serious doubts on the claims of his latest accuser. Watson, who was recently sued by Jane Doe in civil court, had faced serious accusations of sexual assault, including allegations that he pressured Doe to perform oral sex on him and paid her for it. He forced you to and paid her for it. Wow. Hold on. The
Keep reading.
lawsuit filed by Texas Law Group. The woman claimed that Watson contacted her on Instagram in 2020 to make an appointment for massage. Doe said Washington allegedly tried to have sex with her, but ultimately gave her $300 just from oil. Well, girl, if you ain't gonna give me none, if you ain't gonna give me none, just hit $300, give me some more sex. Ain't bad. Now, Watson is Watson is the one filing with the court in his latest motion, first reported by so and so. The law firm in the lawsuit said bad faith. Watson claimed that the suit may be a case of Watson claims that the suit may be a case of unrequited love and evidence of the alleged series of seemingly desperate messages from the accuser. Oh, Watson claimed that it's Watson saying, man, she wanted me. Man, Watson, yeah, them girls want you, man, and your money.
I mean, you contact them on Instagram.
Duh, they want you, dude. It ain't but 30 of you on the whole planet. Starting quarterbacks in the NBA. In
I mean, it's still on him though. He's still a knucklehead.
Oh yeah, he's a nut. He's a nut. I hate you. Told me he's a nut. He's a nut. What you drinking over there, buddy?
A little fruit punch, man. You know, a little fruit punch. Nothing special.
Man, I was trying to give me
something in my glass, man. A little something in my glass.
Stay on there by yourself. Don't talk about it. I gotta get me some water.
But I'm saying, I just don't understand. You know, obviously he put himself in a uncompromising position, and then opened himself up to anybody being able to criticize him, male or female. You know, whatever side you take, the bottom line is he's, again, according to her, sought her out, or that was his practice, was to seek out women on Instagram. I'm assuming fly them in, and after they do whatever they do, pay them, and then on to the next. And then again, I've read filings where she said that, he said that, she wanted him to invest in her. These are quotes. This is not these are not my words. Want him to invest in her. Also, another quote about, trying to get to know him. I mean, again, see, what the thing that amazes me is, like, did you not think they were gonna get these messages? Like, do you understand the depths that they gonna go not to pay you this money? And you're the one holdout. So the question is, it's always a why. Why was she the one holdout, right? And what does she have that she would put herself in the middle of the firestorm like that, knowing that she had those text messages? And why would that lawyer put himself out there like that? Because you know what, Hatter? It's like you just hope they pay. You just hope they pay. It's like a game of chicken, right? You hope they pay. You just hope that he backs down, and I guess that, I don't know how much he had to pay in money, but I can't hear you. Can't hear you. I don't know how much he had to pay, but maybe he said, "I'm tired of paying."
What's unique about it is they put in a clause when we settled with the NBA. I mean NFL. Nobody else can come back, and soon after those girls,
Oh, so
anything after this, the NFL can't mess with him about. Now he might have to deal with it in court, but the NFL after the like it was 24 of them, 25, 26, 27, 28, 20, they won't be able to. It won't be a mark against them on with the NFL. But it's a unique thing, and as a topic that I'm kind of tired of, and I'm really Deshaun
but
Watson.
you know what though? But here's
Uh,
the thing though that I try to tell people.
mhm.
I don't know if you saw what happened with Chance the Rapper. Him liking something
Who is Shane?
on a tweet,
I don't know who he is.
and but after he did that,
Mhm.
you know, it was something about transvestites or something like that. Some of the guys in the some people in the
Okay.
boomer room will know what I'm talking about. His wife
Uh-huh.
came to his defense. I mean, what else she supposed to do, right?
Right.
You know, comes to his defense, and then they start going after her. Like this social media thing, like these guys going on social media, like that athlete from the Jet. I want to say the Jets. You're going on social media, putting your grievances out there. Homeboy, you're on a football team. The team is winning. What's wrong with you? Like these
You
guys.
talking about the wide receiver just quit?
Oh, right, yeah, the kid Moore. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Right.
The Jets ain't won in God knows how long. They're finally winning, and
What's his
because they're
beef?
not
Because
throwing
I
you the
haven't
ball,
heard about. What's his beef?
they don't use them. They don't use them.
That means
use
he's
them.
not good enough.
Whatever it is, the bottom line is, here's what I tell people: coaches don't sit in a room. They don't sit in a room and say, "Hey, man, you know what? I don't care if we lose. I don't like that guy over there, even though he can help us win." I'm not talking anybody that's not named Antonio Brown. Okay, I don't care if he can help us win. I'm just not gonna put him out there because I don't like the way he dressed. I don't like, like they don't understand that people don't that in coaching, it's all about winning. It's all about winning, coach. It's all about winning. And at the professional level, all that personal stuff, they put that stuff aside, man. You don't understand. These owners they're billionaires. You're there to play sports. You're not there to again. Short of a guy doing the stuff that Deshaun Watson did, they there to win. But you going on social media and saying, "Man, they not playing me." I don't know what. How about this? Case in point, Melvin Gordon, when they didn't play him against the Broncos and they didn't play him against the Chargers, he was like, when they interviewed the young lady interviewed him, "Man, I don't know why they didn't play me. You got to ask the coach." Man, that's not the way you answer that question, man.
Absolutely.
I don't know. You got to ask them. Like, dude, hey, you know what? I wasn't in the game plan. We got to go back to the drawing board. And then after you done with that, you go and say, "Hey, man, what the heck's going on, man? Why y'all not playing me?" But you don't do that on a national interview on live TV.
Absolutely.
I just want to help the team, and I don't know why they're not playing me. Homeboy, you know why they're not playing you. You've been in the meetings. You know why. Am I lying, Hatter? Do they not know
Let me
why?
tell you something. Let me tell you
Come
something.
on, man.
I don't know what's going on in America, what's going on in this industry that I spent 30 years of my life researching and doing great things in this community. I mean, in this space. But I've been telling y'all one of the reasons that some of these people I just don't even want to deal with. No matter how much money they make, how much money it can make me. Y'all, all money ain't good money. Chris, I know some people don't understand that. But some of these guys, man, and you can tell, when you're going to recruit them, you can go. I mean, it's just stories I can tell y'all. It's just
They drive you. And I don't mean to cut you off.
no, cut me off.
You have to ask yourself, does it speak to the way we are interacting with each other these days, right? The way that the way television or the media is affecting. I have my accountant always says this. He always says it's witchcraft. And I always say, man, you got to find another word. As soon as you say witchcraft, you're gonna lose everybody. He says, when it comes to the IRS or when it comes to government, right? The images that they give us and the way that they lead us down a road or down a rabbit hole of the way the world should be, viewed. Politics. You got people that the average net worth in politics or in Congress is 2 million, and their constituents, their average net worth is 37,000 or 75,000 for a household if it's two people in there. So how can they represent, the common people, and ain't nothing common about them? You know what I'm saying? You know,
So explain to me why an athlete would answer. Melvin Gordon is he's a veteran, Chris. Melvin Gordon,
Yes.
I tried to represent. He went to Wisconsin. I tried to represent him.
Yeah.
Right? Mama ran everything.
Mhm.
Right? Did you hear what I just said? Mama ran over mother.
Over what? What's your
over
phrase?
mother than under father. So he's a pro now, a veteran. And you telling me he coming on there saying that?
Yes,
Who
man.
are the
I couldn't believe
people?
it.
Chris, let me tell you something. And I ain't blaming nobody. But it matters. And I keep telling you, parents, but y'all, when you get guys like me around, I'm not, listen to me. You call me for advice, listen to me right now. I'm telling y'all. Because I be getting that mail. Don't call me and waste my damn time, because I might not agree with your ass. Hear me. Because I got 30 years in the business. I might not agree with you with one son that might be a pro. I might not agree with. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you an opinion on my vast knowledge of the industry. Some people get mad. He talk about my son. Dude, I'm just telling. Oh, people ask me a question on this show. I'm gonna tell them.
Hannah, don't ask. You know what Jay Wright used to tell me?
What?
I work for Jay Wright, Hall of Famer. Jay Wright, and so he's going to be doing the Final Four now, right?
Mm-hmm.
He retired, going to be with us at CBS.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, Chris, he's always say, I never forget this piece of information, and it is something I live by to this day. He say, never ask a person the question that you don't want to hear the answer of. Don't ask. Just don't ask them. You ain't got to worry about it. Don't ask, because don't get mad when they tell you what they think. So don't ask. So if you're asking Robert Hatterford's opinion, don't ask him hoping that he tell you what you want to hear, because if you ask him, he might say something else. So don't ask.
99.9%, because I'm
Don't
coming from a
ask.
different place than you.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
But it's happy. I didn't say it. I didn't even go through my whole thing because you hijacked me. But I'm glad you hijacked me because I want to share with you some stuff. But this week, y'all, I got to share with y'all. This week is shout out to all HBC homecomings. I'm gonna take a break. We're gonna come right back, Chris. Morehouse had theirs this weekend. TSU and Prairie View and U of H. I'm gonna give U of H they do today, but I'm focusing on HBCU homecomings. If you want a ticket to the TSU game, don't go on the ticket site, whatever it is. Don't go there. They charge you some crazy cost. Go over to the yard, go over to the bookstore, and get your tickets there. No service charge. You get a chance to come on the campus. Do that. I wanted to give that out to y'all today. I want to make sure I talk about it today. I want to make sure I talk about it tomorrow. But Chris, that was a great subject that you brought up. And Chris, Chris, and what we got to realize, Chris, some athletes know how to talk to the public.
Hold up. Before you go there,
Okay.
You're right, and get about when they're in duress, like when something happens to them. Do they know how to talk then when their emotions? But see, social media has changed everything because they didn't have that platform.
All of them emotional now, and everybody
Very
ain't doing this. Everybody's emotional now.
No, I get you.
Okay.
But you didn't have the platform to say it. Like you sitting around and you got your homeboys around you hyping up. Man, I can't believe they didn't play you, man. I can't believe. Again, your circle's important too.
That's what I'm talking about. But keep going.
Not hold up, not just your agent.
Yeah.
Who's your girl? Who you laying next to? That's gonna let you go out there.
She the
and
most important.
Possibly mess that money up.
She the most important. Thank you, Kevin Freeman. Don't go to there, y'all. At $66.99 service charge. Go over to the yard. Thank you, Kevin Freeman. I know you was.
What's the yard?
To TSU. Go to TSU. Go to the bookstore, and you can get your tickets. You don't have to pay that service charge online.
I mean,
that's all.
That's
all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're paying for not having to go to the yard. That's what the service.
Yeah. But some people might want to drive over there. It's homecoming week.
I got you.
Okay. So now back to what you were saying. So you're saying I think what you're saying, society is fostering these kind of behaviors that Russell Westbrook and can sit there and talk about. I mean, Magic Johnson said, dude, Russell don't understand. Magic said, I went through the same thing. I won 2 championships, bro, and they called me Tragic Magic. I remember. He said, but what I did that summer, I went back and got in the gym. And I came back and we won the next year. Russell, you got the...
Listen, man.
Explain guys like that.
Listen, man, let me tell you something.
Well, these kids be watching him, though.
They can watch him all they want. Okay? You got kids in high school who can shoot better than that dude, man. My thing is this. He's put in a situation, Kevin Freeman. I know what the yard is, man. I thought it was a place to get some tickets to, man. Jesus Christ. But he was put in a position. Now, AD and LeBron wanted him. They wanted another star. They thought they can fit him in. I'm telling you right now, I don't blame. It's not Russell to me, man. I know we're not talking about the Lakers.
No, but it's not Russell. Why you say it's not Russell?
They don't have shooters. They need a bunch. They need shooters.
No. We just talked about. Hold up. We talked about adversity. How people act on. We're not talking about the Lakers. I'm talking about adversity.
That's why I'm pivoting back.
Come on back.
We're talking about the Lakers. I'm gonna bring it back. So the question is, how does Russell Westbrook? Because everybody's coming at him. No matter what happened, they got off street clothes. Street clothes ain't getting the heat that he normally get.
He ain't been running his mouth.
He don't run his mouth, but at the same time, for some reason,
and frown it up at the media.
Don't like Russell.
He frowned. Have you ever been? I've been to a press conference where you. No. I've been there.
Okay, so let me ask you.
I wouldn't ask him one question.
I get it.
Because he come in there with an attitude.
I hear you. Just hear me out though. He's got the Barry Bonds effect on him right now. Because Barry Bonds used to be that way with the media people. And look Barry Bonds got that because of the way they treated his dad.
Yeah.
See, Barry Bonds,
but again, I'm saying you keep telling me under adversity.
But let me finish though.
Okay.
There's a yin to yang. There's a reason why this dude acts that way. So the question is, what's the reason why Russell Westbrook acts that way? What's the reason? What's the rationale?
I think he's getting away with it.
He's not getting away with it anymore.
He's getting away with it now.
Listen, man.
What's happening to him? He's still starting. He ain't been benched. He's still starting.
He got benched last game.
They put him on the bench. They didn't bench. They still started him.
I know they started him, but I said when it was winning time, which I can't believe they lost that game, which is ridiculous. And don't get me started on.
Yeah. I don't want to get you started.
Don't get me started on that.
Let me show you. Let me show you why I want you to stay on focus. Because it's a teaching moment out here. Share the show, everybody. And if you a thumbs up if you on YouTube. You talked about the kid Moore at
the Jets.
Then you went and talked about Melvin Gordon. Okay? You got to understand, we got kids in college smoking weed in the locker room.
They doing the NBA. Yeah, okay, keep going.
In the locker room of a college. Texas A&M.
Yeah, I believe that.
Okay. So when you got a guy that's a professional, been in the league, I forgot how many years, Melvin Gordon. Somebody look it up.
At least 10.
And he can't come out. And he's a running back. And usually a running. Y'all got to remember, NFL means not for long. he's been there longer than most. It's the average lifespan is 3.5 years, and he's been in there longer than that. He should be the most happiest dude in the world. But Chris keep talking about under adversity. He had his chance to shine.
I know, but it was
no.
personal.
Let me explain professional sports to you. If he was my client, what I'd tell his ass, not a guy like you just think you know them. I'm telling you what I would tell him. You can keep on talking about Ryder. He's on that.
Hey, it's not even about what I would tell him. I'm on the media side. I'm just saying from the media side, I wouldn't have handled it that way. Forget about whether I know professional sports.
I'm on the player's side. I'm on the player's side.
Right, but I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a pro or not. Even if it was a college kid, I would say, listen,
but we're talking about pros right now, man. Because they're professionals now.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that then why don't they always act like professionals then? If they're professionals. If they got Robert Hatters around them and all these professionals.
Everybody don't have people.
Why don't they always act so?
Everybody, hold up. Everybody don't have people. I told you, they got some jock sniffers around them. Chris Walker, you've seen this. You know, Chris Walker, I'll never forget this. I'll never forget this. And I ain't gonna call it.
Don't be putting me on front street. Tell your story.
They got Jeffrey, don't be laughing at me. Jeffrey, this one kid, man, everybody thought was gonna be great out of a city. I'm gonna text you who I'm talking about so you can follow me.
Who you gonna text?
You. I'm gonna text you so you can follow me. I need you to follow me on this one. Okay. I saw how all of these people were following behind this dude, and his whole crew. They were sucking this dude off. Hey, man, you know who that is.
Oh, my God. Yes.
You know who that is. You know.
Oh.
See that? I'm sitting there watching this stuff, and this dude just signed had to sign a two-way deal. But everybody in the world thought this dude was going to be a lottery pick.
Not me.
But you was with me in San Antonio, and everybody was sucking his dude clean off.
You gonna tell everybody who it is?
No, I ain't gonna tell nobody. But
you just said it.
We was in San Antonio at the All-Star game. I mean at the Final Four. You remember when you had so much fun at the Final Four? Yeah, you had so much fun at the Final Four.
Yo, you better stop.
Hey, no, I'm not putting it on screen. Uncle, I'm not putting this on there to embarrass nobody, Uncle. I'm putting this on here for a reason.
Make your point about
all I'm saying is,
or the people around him.
People around you, if they've been kissing, Chris, my favorite thing, I do this about once a week. I said, quit kissing these young high school players behind just because they might be a McDonald's All-American. Quit, Chris, I see it. Right. I see it.
I would never.
I know you ain't like that.
I would never. I don't care who they are. Because you know what? Here's what happens with stuff like that.
Okay.
And you know it even more so than me. Mm-hmm. They don't know how hard it is to get there.
Right.
Even when you get there, you're not there.
No. You need to repeat that one right there.
You know what I'm saying? They don't. So they're watching TV like they watching cartoons. I'm like, man, listen, man. The NBA is a job. Do you understand that?
Wow.
When them dudes are rapping on TV, rapping at concerts, that's a job. That's work. Y'all gotta understand that. And people don't understand that.
It's work.
They don't. Again, man, you looking at what it took. Think about this dude. Like you just mentioned before about a guy getting to the NFL only have 3.5 years when he get there. Not for long, right?
Yeah.
But you know what people don't see?
NBA
that dude been playing football since he's 8 years old, man.
Yes.
That dude ain't never thought he could be anything other than that. Mm-hmm. Because that's what's been put in his head, that you got to be in the league. And then when he get there, he think what? Now I made it. And then he tears ACL. Mm-hmm. And all the people been around him all this time has been homeboys, like you say, sucking him off and sucking from him. And the minute he get hurt, where they at, Hatter?
They gone.
Gone
Like a
what?
turkey through the cone.
People gotta understand, man.
Chris, I've seen
real.
it. I've seen it so, Chris, I've seen it so much. Chris, after 30 years, can you imagine what I've seen? You gotta understand, it's a tight community. I've seen the guys who've around these guys.
They don't see. I always say this about the NFL and the NBA.
Uh-huh.
The best seats are floor seats because that's the only way you can see what's really going on.
Oh, yeah.
You can't tell how big they are watching them on TV. When you're watching the Kentucky Derby, you don't realize how big those horses are until you what? Go to it and skip right up on them.
Oh, my goodness.
When you're watching Formula One, you cannot see how fast those cars are going until you go. You gotta be exposed.
That's
it just
profound.
Like it's moving.
Right.
You go to the NBA, you cannot tell how tall Kevin Durant is playing a one. He's like a 7-footer with the. He's Ralph, damn near like Hakeem Olajuwon.
Right.
He's taller than Hakeem Olajuwon, and he's playing point guard. Man, get out of here, man.
You remember I told you about the time I was sitting courtside, and I was watching LeBron running up and down the floor, and how every time he hit the floor, it made noise.
Oh my God!
Man, boom, boom. He 270 pounds, y'all. A muscle.
Flying.
Run, huh? What'd you say?
Flying up and down that floor.
Flying. And he hitting that thing like bam, bam, bam. You can't see that up there.
Dude, you go to a football game and sit on the sideline of a pro game.
Oh my
God. Dude, I didn't realize how Diggs was as tall as he was for the Cowboys. I'm like, man, this dude is
Some of them ain't tall.
Some of them not tall, but you can't. I'm just telling you, you don't get a true sense of what's really going on.
Yeah.
And when you one of one, people don't understand. When you from some of these towns, you're one of one.
One.
When you become 1 of 500, when they all like you,
right.
When you're a kid getting recruited by Alabama,
right.
You don't understand when you walk on that campus, they all Americans. That number one don't matter anymore. Don't matter anymore. Now you're like number 100 because they're all just like you. They all have been touted. They all have been all Americans. They all have, like, people don't understand how good some of these guys really are, and then how good they're really not when you put them next to other people that are ridiculous. I used to always say, man, listen, man, I don't know what it is. That dude, Jalen Hurts, can play. Because here's the other thing people don't realize about stuff like that. And we talked about, you showed it maybe a couple of weeks ago when you talked about Giannis. And what's his name? Oh my God, Gilbert Arenas, who was on the Redeem team. I didn't realize this, but he didn't get no burn, was talking about this dude's not skilled. And Giannis, and I didn't give it as much pop as I should.
Yeah.
He said, listen, man, it's more than just talent.
More than just skill.
It's more than just skill.
Yeah. It's will.
It's will. It's understanding. It's how to be a pro off the court. Take care of your body. Is there guys that don't take care of their body? Yeah. But longevity-wise, it's the reason why LeBron can play 20. It's the reason why Kobe played 20 years.
Yeah.
They're doing something other than being in the gym, bro. They're doing something out of the gym.
Yes.
That's making them special. They're staying out of trouble. Maybe they don't go to the club.
Right.
Maybe they don't drink as much. There's a lot of sacrifice to be good.
And Kobe's so smart. He'll get you a section at the club and pay for the section and let you go out, Allen Iverson, and get drunk and pay for it, and knowing I got to play you the next morning.
Let me tell you something. Think about this. And people may not believe this. Think about how great a player Allen Iverson was.
Yes.
And think of the way people think of him, though. And look at the way he's portrayed.
Wow.
You talking about an iconic, because Allen Iverson came along with hip-hop and AI.
Yeah.
He was the dude. They can talk Kobe, all that stuff they want.
He was the dude.
The rappers loved AI.
Yeah.
That was they do.
Everybody loved him.
You know, they came on at the same time. But look at the way he's portrayed today.
Yeah.
Now, he's trying to get it back.
Yeah.
But they don't realize that when they're players.
Right.
Now, look at the way Penny is portrayed as a head coach of Memphis, what he did in high school, what he did with his AAU program, and how he did it. You see what I'm saying? It's different. People look at Penny different than and AI had an arguably way better career,
Yeah.
but they looked at differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that stuff off the court matters.
Mm-hmm.
So when a guy handles himself a certain way, when he gives an interview, a dude like me sitting going, like certain people may agree with him, or
Mm-hmm.
certain people like, yeah, man, this dude's man, you just like man, you just played 10 years in the NFL, man. Them dudes watching film, they don't think you got it no more. But guess what? Guess what though? You on the roster.
53-man roster.
Running back really ain't a position no more in the NFL.
Boy, that's the point I was trying to make. But keep going.
You on a roster, your old butt on a roster getting a
Right.
check.
Right.
And you complaining because you like a kid saying, well, we went back and played San Diego, the Chargers, and y'all knew I came from the Chargers. Y'all didn't put me out there and I can help the team. Man, what are you talking about? They trying to win, man. If they thought you can help the team, guess what they going to do? Put you out there. You know what I'm saying? Beat the other dude out. What we talk? I mean, dude, but see, again, high school kids see that. What do? High school kids' parents see that. What do? Right? So I mean, here's again, going on. I mean, I'm just
No, but the reason this is, and you didn't even, we got some things going on in our community right now. We got some kids that went to our high school high schools in Houston. They at Texas A&M. They've been suspended twice this year already for bad football. Very talented kids, supposed to be pros. Have pro potential, but. Can y'all imagine when these guys get some money? If one of those guys get drafted, these are guys to forget. I don't feel like going back to my back to my room or nowhere. Let's just smoke it right here in the locker room so everybody can see it.
But had it. Think about what I'm about to say right now. If I was the coaching staff, if I was a coach, I would feel like I was a failure. People are like, why would you say that? Because for players,
but these some constantly. Whoa. These kids here has constantly been messing up. So this ain't no one situation now. All right, come on.
Listen, I don't know anything about what's going on.
I'm just giving you information before you come with one of these.
And I'm gonna tell you again, it probably ain't the only place it's happening. Okay. But they may be the only ones taking action and making it known, okay? So that's number one, right? If I was a coach, I would sit there in the mirror and be like, what is it about what I'm doing and the way I'm leading to make them damn fools think that it's okay for them to smoke weed in the locker room?
I don't put it on the coach. I disagree.
I'm telling you.
You're a coach. You're a coach. You're being a coach.
I'd be like, hold on, man. What am I doing wrong? Mm-hmm. Again, you can have clowns. You can recruit the wrong players too. That's still on you. Who you bring, they don't get to choose. A lot of times, listen, no matter how they're recruited, you still choose the players that come to your university.
Absolutely.
No matter what.
Absolutely.
So what I'm saying is, under my mentorship, under us talking to them every day, under us guiding them as men, for them to walk into my locker room where they know it is public, where they know other players in there, and they know weed is illegal, to smoke weed in that locker room. What does that say about my leadership that makes them think it's okay? I'm just telling you, Coach, because Cat had it. The coach got to be held accountable some kind of way. It can't just be the kid. You brought him there.
Only responsibility that I would take that I brought him there. That's the only responsibility I'll take.
Okay, but you don't. But here's the deal. You don't. It could be loose as hell at Texas A&M for all we know. They can run a loose operation, very loose. I'm not even putting that on Jumbo. I don't know, but it may not be ironclad. Again, it's not saying that people can't do wrong, but
if that's the case, everybody should have been in there smoking then.
Well, no, everybody don't smoke weed. What you mean? I mean, everybody don't smoke.
Well, all the smokers on the team. Them ain't the only two smokers.
Had her in the locker room.
But them ain't the only two smokers. Since you blaming it on the coach, well, maybe hold on.
I'm saying had her. The locker room had her.
Coach, but you're blaming it on. Hey, Chris, you're blaming it on the coach, right? All I'm saying is, the coach. I got 90 guys around here, and ain't but two of them smoking. I done did good.
You also got about 20 coaches too. So all I'm telling, if, you know what, as a staff, you sit and have meetings. As a staff, you know who your bad apples are. You already know who your bad apples are as a staff. You know who you got to spend more time on, and the guys you don't have to spend time on. You know the guys that will have a predilection to screw up, and the guys that don't. I'm not talking about that. I'm telling you the sanctity of a locker room. For a kid to go in the locker room and smoke weed, guess what that meant? They wanted to get caught. They wanted to get caught.
Now, okay.
They didn't care.
Okay. I got that.
I'm leaving. Screw y'all. Guess what? Well, what's the one way I know that they're gonna kick me off the team or whatever? Let me go smoke weed in the locker room. Now what y'all gonna do?
Okay.
They want to be out because that is the dumbest thing in the world. The dumbest thing in the world.
Okay.
It don't like.
Well,
it
I'll
don't
take
make sense
that.
for you to do
I'll
that.
take that. They wanted to get caught.
Yes. Or again, if they did listen, and I'm gonna say it again, if they didn't want to get caught, because weed has a particular smell, it's hard to get rid of. You just can't get rid of it, right? And so when are you smoking in the middle of the night? Like you're not worried about other people coming in.
Coach, I don't understand. Coach, this back and you putting it on the coach.
I'm see. There you go. You misrepresenting my words.
Coach, I can't.
I'm telling you how I would feel as a coach.
Oh, how you would feel if you let them down. Okay.
Next question.
No. Next question. Okay.
I'm gonna put this out there.
Put it out.
Let's say like a kid, you're an African American coach.
Mm-hmm.
You can again. I mean, this is. I'm all I'm saying is just hear me out.
Yeah.
I'm juxtaposed. So you have black kids that you coach.
Okay.
Because I've been in this situation before at a recruiting meal. I'm not gonna say what school.
Okay.
Kids that I recruited. About 5 of them at a meal. Other Hugh is there. And parents, everything. And each one of them kids, man, that N-word, this and that, like talking like it's just at dinner. I'm sitting there like, what the heck? The coach has got his head down going like, man, what? Kids just run this, coach, they just talking like they normally talk. Right? I've been around them kids I said, oh, man, when that meal was over, I grabbed every last one of them dudes, and that was the last time they ever said that word in my presence, anybody else's presence. So I looked in the mirror and said, hey, dude, what the hell are you doing? You supposed to be leading these guys that these guys don't understand in company or in plain sight the way to you know how we gotta go in and out of that mode where we understand how to like, hey man, you can't talk like that here, but you can talk like that there. That was I blame myself. You know what those kids were doing? They were being kids. Because no one ever said, hey man, hey homeboy, we don't do that. How have you been there? How many times you been to a game, an AAU game, a high school game, and sit behind some of them kids and listen to them?
I can't stand it, Chris.
Man, what is right or wrong?
Chris.
Move.
Chris, and the little girls be worse than the boys.
Like I don't think people understand, man, what is the way they talk, right? And some of them kids write the way they talk. I'm telling you.
They write the way they talk?
The way they talk.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, obviously not the curse words, but I'm saying, and my thing is, again, when you say you put it on yourself, I'll make another comment when it comes to women. And guys are around you all the time. What is your job as a coach? Your job, you're a surrogate father. Your job is to lead them. Your job is to nurture them. Your job is to grow them. Your job is to teach them. Your job is to lead them, right? And they go out and do dumb stuff, and you don't ever have a conversation about stuff like that. Because once they come to you for those 4 years, you sent little Robert off to coach. You expected him to be like you. You didn't expect him to let him do whatever he want. You didn't expect him to have no rules, no guidelines. That's not where you were sending your kid. You sent him to a black man who you thought, you know what, me and that dude are aligned. I'm not saying little Robert can't grow, but he ain't gonna go that far without my man Courtney saying, man, get your butt back over here or I'm calling your daddy. You ain't doing that. That's why you like one over the other.
Right.
No disrespect to the other.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, as a coach, your job is to have that type of, or try to have that type of influence and snatch them parents up too when it comes to that stuff. Hey, man, listen, your son ain't coming up here doing all this up here. Because let me just tell you something. As much as I care about him, I care about me. You understand that? Because when he do that, He's affecting my livelihood.
Mm.
So yes, I'm looking in the mirror.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm looking in the
I like
mirror.
that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
You got a higher calling.
Okay.
Damn what the hell they do.
I got you. I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
And-
Because kids, if you let them,
Mhm.
you know what a coach told me a long time ago? I don't care about what they feel. I care about what I know. Because if I go by how they feel, ain't no telling what the hell will go on.
Mm.
You start sitting listening to them kids on certain things. Now, I mean, again, you gotta, be a team player. You start letting them let their emotions rule your program, man. You be like a leaf in the wind.
Right.
You gotta have. You a coach. You have experience. You know that there's certain things that are supposed to be done a certain way, and that is how they got to be done. Should you be listening to people? Yes. Should you be worried about if a guy is having mental issues? Yes. But when it comes to how to treat women, when it comes to drugs and alcohol, if you don't talk to your kids about alcohol, you can have a dude go out there and drunk drive and kill. I mean, I'm just saying, man, your job is to lead them, bro. That's all I'm saying. And so when something goes wrong, guess what? Think about this. If it wasn't Jumbo Fisher and they were terrible and they sucked and they never won, and you heard that kids were smoking weed in the locker room, what would you say about that coach? He should be what?
Fired.
Fired. Fired. The kids could be bad. He could be a good dude. But you like, yo, man, he done lost control. He done lost control. So why can't I say, hey, man, maybe Jumbo Fisher, I know he won a championship. He's underachieved at A&M. Maybe he overpaid. Maybe he don't have control. Maybe this just ain't a good look for him in Texas. Maybe he need to go be the coach at Wisconsin. Maybe I don't know. My point is, I don't know. That thing ain't been going right over there, Corey. I know that's your man, but it ain't been going right.
No, it haven't. It haven't.
I'm just saying that. Listen, man, coaching is a hard job. Like a dude, like you gotta understand. And I'm watching that. And I'll let you jump in.
No, you good.
That legacy thing, man. Phil Jackson is a beast. Y'all can say what y'all want about that. He's a beast. That dude, Coach Mike.
Yeah. But coach, listen to me. So how is he a beast? He coached the beast.
Dude,
why is he a beast then?
He had to harness the biggest egos probably ever living.
You're right.
I love LeBron. LeBron got an ego a different way. Okay? Them dudes. No. I'm saying a different way. LeBron's great, but he don't have this. He don't bring when Mike walk in the room, to me, why you doing that? I know. When Mike walk in the room, it's not the same when LeBron walk in the room.
I know.
Mike walk in the room, everybody's scared.
Yes. Yeah.
LeBron walk in the room, everybody want to talk to him.
Yeah.
I'm not saying people don't want to talk to. Somebody told me to think about Michael Jackson one time. They say, hey, man, Michael Jackson one of them dudes that the celebrities stare at. I'm like, what? He said, yeah. Mike one of them dudes the celebrities stare at.
Yeah. LeBron.
Jamie Foxx, the dude everybody want to go to his parties. Yeah. Michael Jackson, they stare at.
Yeah.
You can't get close to him. He got security to keep the celebrities away. Yeah. That's Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah.
That ain't LeBron. That ain't LeBron.
Right.
That ain't LeBron.
Now LeBron like that now?
He could be. But
now he is like that.
Mike, I'm saying before.
But Mike, you just talking about Mike. Okay.
Well, what I'm saying is social media has changed everything because you can feel like you're close to these guys already without ever meeting them. Back in the day, man, to see Mike play in the game or have closeness to Mike, it just wasn't possible. It was like seeing a god.
Let me give you a story that I was very, very privy to. Shaq and Kobe, they was getting into it a lot with the Lakers, right? This dude, Shaq, Kobe don't pass the damn. Blah, 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 blah. Dude took Kobe out the game. Phil Jackson took Kobe out the game. Said, look here, play. I'm going to let Shaq get all his shots in right now. Okay? But when I put you back in there, you shoot that thing anytime you want to. He was letting Shaq eat while Kobe was sitting down. And told Kobe, I see what's going on. I said, I see what's going on. When you go back out there, it's your show, because I'm going to sub Shaq. Then you do what you want. I said, see, if that's what you talking about being a beast.
Oh, man.
Man there is.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, man, about coaching. People think losing all the time is hard. Let me tell you what's harder. Winning all the time. It's a different type of pressure. So when you are losing all the time, you're trying to get that first win. There's nothing like when every time you step on the floor, everybody's giving you their best shot. Do you understand how you have to be up for games like that? Think about when the Bulls was the Bulls. A dude could be a 4. That game, he gonna be an 8. A dude could never make a shot. Not that game. All of a sudden, he gonna make shots. A dude could never be a team leader or could never be a guy that play defense. Not that game. You gonna get somebody different. Because guess what? They stepped their game up. So to beat Duke in the 90s, when they had Leitner and all them guys, and Krzyzewski was winning like crazy, man, please, you know how hard that is? When like to win, remember when Grandma Ma and Greg Anthony and Anderson Hunt and all them dudes, then Butler and all them dudes played at UNLV?
Yeah.
Try to win. Dude, to win every game, you can't take one game off because that other dude's giving you everything he got. Right. When you lose all the time, man, they take you for granted. They take you for granted. It's harder to get guys to be at optimum level every single game. To be like, hey man, think about it. You the hunted, you the hunter, right? Think about an antelope and think about a lion. Think about that. Think about that.
Antelope is always looking to survive.
Looking around, like, you know what I'm saying? But again, and think about the way its nature's constructed. There's millions of them, and there's only a few lions, right?
Right.
And it's still hard for the lion to eat every single. It's millions of them, and he still got a 3 out of 10 kill ratio, and it's millions of them. How hard that is. Right. If that dude don't do it just right, it don't even matter if there are millions. He can't eat. I'm just saying. So my thing is, when it comes to coaching guys like that, think about this, man, Dusty Baker. I mean, forget about the contract thing. I'm sitting there going like, man, do you know that Dusty Baker has been an unbelievable manager in a lot of places, just haven't won the World Series yet. But you know why they like Dusty? Because he understands how to manage egos. He understands. That's why it's bad to hire people that don't have no experience. Like you said about being an agent. He could be your homeboy, but dude, that dude could cost you because he didn't do his due diligence, right? He's not operating out of of being a smart person that will sacrifice. See, especially in the agent business, y'all sacrifice it. They sacrifice a different way. Oh man, I'm gonna be a runner, or I'm gonna train people. Man, screw that. Or I'm gonna go over here because they give me some money. Don't learn the business. Don't want to get anybody credible. They just want to get it under somebody to give them a couple dollars. And then they become friends with the player, and the player, dumb butt, hires his homeboy instead of hiring a professional. And then all of a sudden, what happens is you can't be good forever. Your day coming as a player too. And then if that dude didn't protect you, man, you're going to find out what you got. And then guess what's going to happen? He's going to find out through somebody that's credible what he actually had because he wouldn't listen when the money was good. And then they ain't going to be friends no more. And they're not going to be they're not going to have a working relationship anymore. Does that sound familiar? Does it happen all the time?
It happens all the time.
It happens all the time.
It's just so unique. But see what I try to tell the players, I said, I want you to be around the owner. I want you to follow him, watch him. The guy who owns you, the guy who writes all of y'all checks. Go look at his team. He got a team full of qualified lawyers and everybody around him. Go look at. I never forget. It was crazy. I was in Vegas summer basketball. Roy Williams was there. You know, me and John.
Had his crew with him.
Had his crew with him. He said, "Hatter,
what?
This my posse."
Posse. I know the posse.
He said, "This my posse." But then he introduced me and what they did. This dude here is the president of some company. This dude here is the president of Pebble Beach. This dude here the president. The guys around him. And I know you got to have some comfort level. You got to get, if you want you to have, and I'll show you how you can make Lil Johnny, your partner, a valuable asset to you. I can show you how to do that. If you want to take care of don't give him nothing. That's what we're going to do. We're going to set up something where we can put him on the payroll so you can get the tax deduction for being an employee. So you got it's just so many
But,
things.
but Hatter, you know this, Hatter, and you know this
Uh-huh.
from even now,
Mhm.
because you've been in situations that once the money is a part of it, it's over. It's got to be something that's taught before you introduce the money, because the money makes everybody blind, and all of a sudden everybody get real smart
Yeah.
when the money comes.
Yeah.
Before the money is there, they'll listen to anything you say, right or wrong.
Right.
Oh, Mr.
Right.
Hatter, whatever you say.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Hatter, you the best.
Oh, yeah.
The money come. Oh, Hatter, you don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not incorporating my family and give everybody no job. Hell no. Hell no, Doug. That's the biggest way to failure. Heck no. Y'all watch this. This is not the way to do it.
Well, tell them why. Why?
Most guys who went broke, their family. Dominique Wilkins, his mama. I ain't gonna call his name, but you know one of the people.
Know.
Mamas. You do whatever you want for your mama. Keep their ass away from that bread. What you just said, everybody keep them, because they think it's theirs, Doug.
Hold on. Back Parker for a second.
Okay.
Let's talk this out, because you're right. Okay. Let's talk about our culture, though.
Okay.
Let's talk about our culture.
Okay.
You know, the one of the things that always get pissed me off is that the first thing we do when we get on the NFL draft, right, is say, I'm about to buy my mama a house. I'm gonna buy my mama a car. They always show us doing that.
Yeah.
Because
our mama ain't never had no house. Them other kids, mama had a house. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
See my point.
Right.
So our situation is different than theirs.
Yes.
So that mama feels like, listen, I didn't sacrifice everything for you. That's mine too.
Yes.
You can think whatever you want.
Yes.
They act like they're in a relationship.
Yes.
Like, you know how the law works.
Yes.
Like, if you didn't have Walmart and you married a woman and y'all built Walmart, whether she worked a day or not, she getting half.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way same way those gangsters or drug dealers in the neighborhood be like, hey man, I'm the one that put food on your table when your mom didn't have a job, and it allowed you to go play sports, right? To do whatever you needed to do. So now that you made it, I'm not gonna sit courtside.
Of course you can sit courtside.
I'm just telling you.
No.
Well, my point is, we have to deal with that. We have to
negotiate. Yeah, we have to deal with that. Yeah.
They don't have to negotiate that.
We have to deal with that.
Okay, let's talk about. Well, okay, you know who I'm gonna bring up.
Okay.
You know, our boy, who's whatever,
Right.
what you had to get him out of,
Right.
the way he grew up.
Right.
That was a part of his culture. Like, they want to blame these dudes. I'm like, yo, man, that's how that. If it wasn't for that dude over there that y'all think is the worst person in the world, that dude wouldn't get where he is. So why you think he attached to him?
Absolutely.
And guess what? I don't blame him. How about that?
Listen.
How about this? I'm not gonna let him get. But you know what? I'm gonna make him understand.
What?
I'm gonna teach him how to bring him around.
Yes.
I'm gonna teach him how to make it. Last point I'll make, and I want you to jump in.
No, keep going. I like this.
I was talking about NWA yesterday. Right? Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Ice Cube. Does Ice Cube still do gangster rap stuff? Or he doing movies like Are We There Yet? Does Snoop Dogg do all that stuff? Or does Snoop Dogg do stuff with Martha Stewart? Them dudes have crossed over into pop culture, okay? That's what they've done. They're not there doing no crazy stuff. They have found a way to carve out a niche for themselves, right? Now, I'm not blaming them from the way they started.
No.
But they've learned over time.
Yes.
If I want that bread and to keep it coming in, guess what? I need to change and pivot a little bit. I'm not saying they can't be, the core of who they are, but ain't neither one of them living in Compton. I mean, people got to understand, it's happening right before our eyes.
Yes. We got shining examples.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
It's happening right before our eyes.
Yeah.
These dudes have crossed over like crazy.
Yes. Yes.
In the pop culture.
Yes. Yes. Just a few of them now. Just a few of them.
It's a few, but
it ain't enough of them. It ain't enough of them for me.
They were the ones that started all this crazy.
I know. I got you.
They were the originators of reality rap. People don't remember what NWA was back then. I remember that, man.
But I respect him and all of that stuff. My problem with him, Ice Cube, since you brought him up, Ice Cube, when you brought him up, I be watching. I'm studying history. We are the only race that allows celebrities to talk for us politically. Everybody else, I'm telling you, I'm studying.
I feel you. I mean,
I've studied. We are the only people. I'll never forget going back and watching Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte. They didn't get in the way. They just said, Martin Luther King, how much money you need? Megan Evers, how much money you need? What y'all need? I'm gonna furnish the money. I'm finna bring Charleston Heston, Frankie says, now all these folks down here to give you some bread to move this thing. I'm not. Let's let the people who know what the hell they talking about speak. That's why, like the guy you remember. I'm gonna give y'all an example why I'm talking about this. He ain't said nothing this whole time. You remember he came out with the black agenda when Biden. He came out with a black agenda for black.
You talking about Ice Cube?
Ice Cube. That's what I'm talking about. Listen to me. I went back to that website this morning, Chris. There's something else on that website now, man. A casino, Asian casino on that website. I'm gonna give it to y'all when I get to my.
What's your point?
My point is, he back running his mouth about it's been 2 years. This Ice Cube, the one you just bragged about, it's been 2 years, and the Biden administration ain't reached out to me. What they need to be, reach out to you for.
Okay, so put a pin right there. See what you just said? They haven't reached out. First of all, he reached out to, so they're not gonna do it because of the Trump thing, because he was talking to Trump. That's number one. All right, they're not gonna.
No,
do
that
it.
ain't number one.
But
yeah,
when Biden wanted people to take the vaccine, who did he reach out to? Celebrities.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He didn't. He didn't. When they want to reach us, they go to celebrities.
Give me the instance. Give me the instance.
Hold on.
Just give it to me.
Say it again. I'm not saying I got.
You ain't got receipts. Don't say it. Don't say it, Chris.
Receipts.
You're talking on the shop right now.
Listen,
I can't let you do that. I can't let you do that.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you again.
Can't let you do that.
It's circumstantial. Okay. I didn't see you shoot the gun, but you got residue on your hand and there's smoke everywhere and somebody dead. But I didn't see you pull the trigger. So what I'm saying is,
excuse me, sir. We had a COVID problem before the man ever got into office. So it was.
I'm talking about the vaccine. I'm talking about the vaccine. I'm not talking about COVID.
No, we had a vaccine. We had the vaccine before he came in office.
I get you. I'm talking about.
So don't put it that he tried. You saying he tried to get you celebrity? Give me one celebrity he used. That's all I ask. Give me one.
Whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna say it again. Listen, I'm not gonna sit there. I'm not gonna sit there and fight with you over that.
But I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the talk politics. Listen, Chris, just hold on a minute. If I'm talking about coaching basketball, I'm gonna talk to you because that's what you've been doing.
Okay, maybe. You ain't got to talk to me.
No,
okay.
But if a coach like you.
Okay.
We are the only race that allow people who ain't used to dealing with these people come and speak for us. Why you want to talk to Cardi B?
But why? And that's one of them, by the way.
Yeah.
But why?
Why? Because guess what? This groupie ass society that we have, that y'all suck off. Y'all.
No. Say it the right way. Don't say society. Say keep it in elephant in the room. Keep it in house.
Because it's all over the world. But okay, I'll keep it personal.
Come on,
these
man.
groupie,
See, now you don't want to be real.
Hold up. These groupie people we have. Anything one of these rappers say is on. Because I wear shoes. I listen to it. So I'm going to listen to him. But he don't know how to talk public policy. He ain't been trained in public policy. But we got him speaking for our public policy. how we get policed, how we get how we get funds to our community. Rappers, they just not equipped for that. I ain't saying they ain't good. They good at rapping. But we the only race that
The
allows them
movement,
to speak for us.
but Hatter, if you look at SNCC, if you look at the Black Panthers, those
Yes,
people weren't politicians either.
they had
They were the
every
rappers
last
of their
one of
day.
them.
They were the rappers of their day.
Chris,
They
Chris,
were the rappers
Chris,
of their day.
Chris, Chris.
I'm listening.
You're absolutely incorrect.
Okay. So what did Martin Luther King know about politics before he took over?
What
the
he
Southern?
know?
What did he know about
Because he
politics?
had Bayard Rustin, he had Paulie Mary, he
No, I
had.
said what did, I said what did
Hold on,
he know?
hold on, let me let you talk.
Bear Ruskin came later.
He
Bear
had,
Ruskin came later. They came later. He wasn't not when he first got. Not when he first started in Alabama. Bear Ruskin wasn't there.
man,
You know that.
hey, I'm not gonna even do this with you right now. Go steady up before you get to talking about it. That's all. I'm gonna leave. Let's change the subject. Let's go change the subject.
I'm not.
Talking about the rappers of their day. No,
Hatter.
we had some of the most
It's a
brilliant.
metaphor.
Hold on.
It's a
Let me
metaphor.
help you, Chris. Chris, in SNCC, we had some of the most brilliant minds. Guess who was the founder of SNCC? Marion Barry was the founder.
Okay.
Okay? He's very versed in politics.
Okay.
So when you talk about the rapper, he wasn't no rapper. What are you talking about? That's why I'm saying you don't know what you're talking
It's a
about.
metaphor for who.
No, don't use that.
They were. Just
No, don't use that. Don't use that.
What do you mean?
Talk about
What do
it's
you
no
mean?
metaphor. It's no
They
metaphor.
had a voice. They're the
No.
listen. Somebody put on the young generation.
Everybody that
They're-
has a voice don't need to talk.
I get you, but
And I'm
they're
talking
the
about
people-
Chris, and I'm talking about public policy, Chris.
Listen, man. They're the people that people felt had a voice. That's all I'm saying. I hear what you're saying, but they're the people that people thought had a voice back then. So they listened to them. So think about it. Why are they using them then?
Do you know who Paulie Mary is?
But hold on, let me finish.
I got a
Here's the
question.
thing. It doesn't
One
matter.
of the most brilliant lawyers. She is the one. Hold on. Let me just help you because you don't want to learn. Hold on. I know you know it.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm not saying I don't want to learn. All I'm saying is,
Well, quit saying this crazy stuff. Why
it's
my
not
face is
crazy.
on the screen?
You don't agree. You don't agree, which is fine. I'm not saying I don't agree with you. All I'm saying is you're telling people don't do it. Tell them why they're doing it. You're saying because of society.
I said we are the only race
Okay.
that allow rappers and entertainers to speak for us on public policy. That's what I was trying to say. We
Why
are
is
the
it
only
happening?
race. We're
Why?
the only race.
Why? But why? Tell
Because
me
of
why. Like,
ignorance.
you're telling me like people have cancer.
I
Tell me
just
why
said
they
they're
have cancer.
groupies. They whatever.
They're
Ice Cube. Hold up,
groupies.
like you. Hold up. Here you go. Ice Cube. Ice Cube. If Ice Cube said it, it's okay. If
See,
Jeezy
now,
said it,
you're actually saying some smart things. When you say that, you kill your argument. 'Cause
I
never
don't
said that.
need you to say. If Jeezy said it's okay. If I agree with Kanye. I mean, I agree with
But Hatter, who said that? You said you didn't
some
want
of
to talk
y'all.
about Kanye today.
No, I'm talking
And
about
I
some of
said,
y'all.
talk about it. You said you don't want to talk about Kanye today. I said, why are we not talking about it? That's ridiculous what he's doing. All I'm telling you is it's the reason why they use those people to influence pop culture. Why? So my only question is, I don't disagree with you. Okay, Mary
Who
Berry
used them?
started-
Who
why
you?
do they
No.
use it?
Who used them to
The
influence
government?
pop culture? Who?
Okay, hold on.
Who used them? Who used them to influence pop culture?
Television, social media,
Television don't
news.
mean TV. Do you know who owned the TV? They don't mean us no good.
I'm on your team.
No,
I
you
agree
not.
with you.
No, you not
Yes,
on my
I-
team.
I agree with
No,
you.
you not. You and Craig Byam,
Hatter,
y'all
I
don't have a
agree
clue,
with you.
huh?
I agree with you. That
I
Hatter,
don't
you know
mind
who
you
the biggest
agreeing with me.
consumer-
I just don't want you to
you
talk
know the
about.
biggest
It was a metaphor.
who the-
Hold on, they were the rappers of their day.
because of popular dude. They could move.
They wasn't that popular back
Hatter, let me
then.
tell you something. You know what a leader is?
Excuse me,
You know what
sir.
a leader is?
Chris, you
You
just
know what a
Chris.
leader is?
They wasn't that popular back then. He had
I
the
understand that.
lowest. Martin Luther King had the lowest approval rating ever back then.
When?
Him and Martin.
When?
Go, Chris. Go, Chris. You
when he
don't know
first
your Houston.
started.
You don't know your Houston.
No, dude,
They
I know more.
like Martin
Listen,
Luther King. They didn't.
listen.
Why they go kill him then? Why they kill him?
I know more
Why they kill him?
history. Listen, we're not on here to debate who's smarter than the other. All I'm
I
telling you
ain't
is I
saying
know
who's
history too.
smarter,
I
but
know
you
history too. All I'm telling you is tell me why they were more popular. What I'm telling you is rappers are popular because
they
they
weren't
think people will.
popular then. They did the
Listen,
work.
can I finish? All I'm telling you is rappers are popular now because they think people will follow them. You're not a leader if don't nobody follow you. Use certain people because they don't think nobody's gonna follow them. That's why they don't use them. So they think people will follow Cardi B. They think people will follow Kanye West. That's why they use them. Period. I know you're going off the screen because you know
No,
you're
I
wrong.
got you. I got you. I'm getting back on. Hold on.
I'm just
I'm back.
listen. I'm not saying I listen to him. I think it's ludicrous too. Because if we're talking about help, I'm gonna listen to a doctor. I'm not gonna listen to Ice Cube. But guess what? They don't put the doctor up there. They put Ice Cube. Why is that? Because they think we
They put the
listen to
doctors. Hold on.
that
Excuse
more
me.
than the doctors.
They put the doctors on the screen, and y'all didn't want to believe the doctors.
Not y'all, them. I believe the doctor. I'm just telling you what's going on.
They put
So
the
the
doctors to
question is
talk
why?
about the pandemic and to talk about the COVID shot. They talked about, they put the doctors up there. Y'all didn't want to believe the doctors. Cardi B said, I shouldn't get no vaccination. I ain't getting them. Ice Cube got the black agenda for Black America. And then somebody told him, do me a favor.
Dude. Listen,
Chris, can I finish? I just you
go it on.
you've
Get
been
it
going
out.
on.
Get it
Ice
out.
Cube put a black agenda up, right? So somebody told me, Robert Hatter, do me a favor. Go to whitehouse.gov, okay? And go look at each line item that Ice Cube was giving and what's on. It was the same thing. He seemed like he copied and pasted, like some people be doing Jimmy website. He seemed like he copied and pasted everything on the White House website and put it in his thing. And he called it his plan for Black America. And then I go this morning to that same website, and the website not there anymore. So all I'm trying to explain to you, hold on. But these guys out here just running their damn mouth, man. Because if you cared about that agenda, why would the website be gone?
What? What? It's like. Again, I'm not judging you, but it's like when a person. It's like Kanye West talking mess about Black Lives Matter. What people do is they put the way we've been treated and mishandled in this country. Okay, it's gonna take a force, right, to change the tide of what's been done to our culture over 400 plus years. We need all hands on deck. We need Ice Cube. We need the smart dude. We need them all, Hatter. You know what?
I didn't say we didn't need them all.
Because you chopping up Ice Cube.
I
I'm like,
said,
hey, man.
well, stay in your lane. Don't you supposed to stay in your lane?
Okay, well, you sound like the Fox News people telling the athletes to shut up and dribble.
I said, stay
That's
in
what
your
you
lane.
sound like.
If I'm good at one thing, let me do that.
Listen, I hear you, but guess what? They, in their mind, when it's election time, like in a few weeks, and when it's election time, the Democrats themselves, which most African Americans, right, are
Man, let's talk
registered.
about something else. I'm done.
No,
I'm done with this
you
stuff.
don't want to talk about the truth.
I'm done with this stuff. You're
You wanna
going around.
want
You
to
talk
about the cure.
Chris,
You
you
want to
full of
talk about
rhetoric. I done caught you in something. You're trying to be full of rhetoric right now. So just hold on.
I'm just
You're trying.
telling you why.
No. You're going in circles, baby.
How am I
I'm
going in
listening.
circles?
I'm listening. You're going in circles.
How am I going in circles?
You're going in circles. You're going in circles.
How am I going in circles?
The question should be the question you gave to me.
Okay.
How can we curb that? You want to talk about the credibility. We need all hands on deck. We need all hands on deck.
Hatter, we need Hatter.
Excuse me. In the civil rights movement, everybody did not go by. Everybody wasn't together.
Hatter, do you realize that
Everybody
Martin Luther
wasn't together.
You talked about SNCC and touted SNCC. Do you know one of Martin Luther King's biggest adversaries was SNCC? Do you realize that? You know that though, right? Because you know more history than me. Snick did not agree with most of the stuff he said or
Of
did.
course they didn't. I just
Okay,
said that.
So just
Excuse
like
me.
you don't
Stop,
agree
stop,
with
stop,
Ice
stop,
Cube,
stop, stop, stop,
but
stop.
we needed Snick too.
Stop. I just said, but both of these people were doing stuff. They had qualified people talking about policy. See, you keep thinking about celebrity. You caught up in celebrity, and I'm talking
I'm
about
not. I
policy.
don't agree. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it either.
But then, excuse me,
LeBron's not qualified to talk about policy, but
it's
we need
okay,
LeBron's
and he
voice.
don't talk about policy.
I don't know about that.
He don't talk about policy.
Okay,
Guess what?
when it's an
Guess what
issue
he
with
do?
policing, he
Guess
does.
what he do?
When it's
He
an issue
reversed
with policing.
He reversed to Stacey Abrams, Raphael Warnock. Go talk to them. Let's go talk to Gavin Newsom. Let's go talk to them. He said, look, I'm a basketball player. Now, if you got something you need me to get a voice out, I'll use my voice to get it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I said speaking for us. I didn't say getting the message across. And I just want you to understand that. Maybe you'll never understand it. But I saw something.
As the preachers say, you'll get it on the way home.
Yeah. You ain't getting it. But I saw something the other day. I saw something last night, and I'm glad because you do this stuff on TV. I saw something last night.
Chop me up again.
No. Stephen Curry, he was perfect from the line last night.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And Kevin Harlan jinxed him, talking about he ain't missed the free throw yet. Hold up. Let me let the people hear it, because you don't know what the hell you be talking about. No. Hold up. Let me see. Hold up. I got something for you. I know I had it, didn't I? Oh, I didn't put it up there. And what happened? Steph missed. So I got to bring it for y'all tomorrow. And Candace Parker and them was they was laughing and told Steph.
They still using her?
No, Stephen Curry. Stop. Stephen Curry. This Women Rock Wednesday, man. Stephen Curry. I got 2 Women Rock Wednesday topics I need to talk about. So you just hold on. You just hold on a minute. Just stay there for a minute. Just stay there for a minute. You can comment. What I like about it is I saw her last Tuesday on her first broadcast. Chris, explain this to me. Asking you this. Her voice wasn't as strong.
Candace Parker.
Yeah, in the last one. But last night it was perfect.
Okay.
But the other night, the last time I saw her voice, in other words, you in a live environment. She usually be doing studio commentating. And the reason I'm saying this, because I remember how I struggled with it. My voice, when I heard it over the radio later, when I'm in a live, like when you in them live venues, that you've been in there, the earpiece, and she was very faint. But this particular time, I think she got a little bit better. I think there's going to be her, Kevin Harlan, and Reggie Jackson. Shout out to Candace Parker.
Reggie Miller, you mean?
Reggie Miller, yeah, I'm sorry.
But you mentioned before about not Booger McFarland. Who's the guy that always has the bad headset at home on ESPN?
Oh, Marcus Spears.
So it could be, because this happens sometimes, could be the way she's positioned her microphone.
Okay.
It could be, or her voice could be whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they said, hey, you got to put the microphone like this. Huh?
She was great last night.
I'm saying it could have been it could be a mic issue. Maybe she, because sometimes, hey man, move, and you can be like, have your mic right here, say your mic, we can't hear you. And then if it's a loud environment, and you're talking in your mind, you're just talking. You don't know what you sound like to a degree, So sometimes that could be it, or she could, be. I mean, when you're a broadcaster, man, you got to take care of your voice. It's like being a singer, man. Like,
right.
You get sick or something like that, or your throat hurts. Mm-hmm. It shows in a telecast. And
have you ever had to do one with have you ever do a show, a game with?
I've been sick before, and it's not a good feeling because all you think about is what you sound like. And you're like coughing, and it's in your head.
Yeah.
And you can't be in your head when you got to, produce, especially on live TV.
Yeah.
They tape stuff. They can do it over and do it over again, That's why acting is a hard thing. Don't get me wrong. But they can say, let's do it again. let's do it again. Let's do it again. In live TV, there's no let's do it again. It is what it is. You know, it
Yeah.
is what it is. So,
Right.
you know, I mean, yeah. So they're doing a 3-man booth with Candace Parker this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's new.
She's good. She was good last night. But I
That's
like
good.
how Stephen, hey, y'all, what make me, Stephen Curry, he pointed at Kevin Harlan after he missed it. He like, shut the, like, yeah, dude.
But he can't hear him. But he knew he said it.
He must
He
have
can't
knew.
hear him, but he knew he said it.
Yeah.
He
Because
knew
he
he said
pointed over there at him. And everybody, Candace now pointed at Kevin Harlan.
Hey,
Kevin
you
Harlan
know
said, my
what?
bad.
And you know what that goes to show you?
Well,
Those athletes say, "Man, I didn't know I had 25." Stop lying. Yes,
they
you
know
did.
everything.
Man, I didn't know I had the one more shot, the one more three, and I'd have broke the record. Man,
Okay.
yes, you did. Yeah, you did. Stop
I got
lying.
another one for you, Chris. Got another one. Have you ever heard of this? Thank you. Kevin Freitman sent me this morning because I overlooked this. Women Rock Wednesdays. Have you ever heard of the Sisters to the Summit?
Mm-mm.
Made up of 14 Black American women, and now it's one of the largest group to ever climb that mountain, Kilimanjaro. 14
Oh, wow.
Black women. They were on CBS News. I got to show y'all. It's long. I got to show y'all bits and pieces, but I want y'all to see these women. Sisters to the Summit. Watch this, y'all.
All the way up. 14 Black American women are now one of the largest groups ever to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. It's the largest freestanding mountain in the world and the tallest in Africa. They call themselves Sisters to the Summit. You are watching the moment when they reach Kilimanjaro's highest point at more than 19,000 feet earlier this month. That's the length of almost 54 football fields. The women range in age from 31 to 53, but they don't look a day over 25. They took an 8-day journey up and down the so-called roof of Africa through a variety of climates. 2 of the 14 women had to turn back mid-trip because of altitude sickness.
That would have been me. If I'd been there, it would have been 3 of 15 had to turn back because of altitude sickness. But the remaining 12, we're happy to say, made it to the 2 highest summit points. First on CBS Mornings, all 14 of these amazing women are here with us. Nate, would you do the introduction?
Oh, yeah, I got you. All right, so it's Christy, Christina, Danielle, Jennifer, Lisa, LaShawn, Balak, Marianne, Naja, Naomi, Tanisha, Taylor, Janelle, and Erica.
Yeah, that could almost be a song, Nate Burles. That could
Shout out
almost
to
be a
DMX.
song.
I like that, man. I had to show y'all that. See, Chris,
Oh, that's cool.
Chris, you was almost about to get me off of my game talking about that mess, and I wanted to highlight those beautiful Black women, man, climbing up on top of.
That's a great accomplishment.
I ain't going nowhere near Kilimanjaro. But guess what, Chris? I saw something else for Women Rock Wednesday. Saw something else. Let me tell y'all something. What Trey Phillips? What all the guys out here that coach women basketball? I didn't know y'all be sending our young girls through this kind of stuff, man. Man, women basketball players go through the same thing men do.
As far as what?
Watch this.
If you find yourself in a leadership role, there's 2 additional standards. Number 1, mission accomplishment. Go out and get the job done first.
Ready!
Here we go. I hear you, Rory.
Hey, bring it up.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, good job, good job. Yep. Ready? Attack!
They started playing that music. I didn't want that music on the show. Oh,
Yeah,
y'all
you
got,
don't like the rap music.
No, you can't
Hey,
play it.
you know the head coach.
Yeah, take it off,
You know-
Chris. Chris,
Oh.
they're
Because it's
flagging.
like
They're flagging.
you know the head coach of Texas basketball was my high school coach, my freshman coach.
Oh,
Yeah, Vic.
okay. That's
Coach
good.
Vic Schaefer. He coached me in high school.
Man, I didn't know. Y'all, I want to show y'all the little part when they was.
If you find yourself in a leadership
I had to show y'all that. I had to show y'all that. Them girls be going. Chris, I don't know. Y'all think them little soft dudes, them soft ass dudes you be coaching, they probably couldn't go through that.
Man, hey, listen, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what kind of training that is, but obviously it's some team bonding. All that
Yes.
stuff is team bonding.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
where you
that's a
fight for
Navy
your
SEAL. The
teammates.
guys
I don't know
Navy
what.
SEAL.
Yeah, they always usually
Every
every
school do
program
that.
brings in somebody like that.
Yeah, but
You
that's
know, the athletic department to talk to the team or talk to the players, to let them know, like, hey, you know, and it's always an armed forces person to teach them how to. Because that's what the armed forces does is teach you. Unless we're all on the same team, somebody gonna die. You know, so I don't care if he's white, black, you know, if he likes this kind of food, that kind of food, or whatever. If we're not on the same page, you know, you know, I'm back to back with you. As much as Hatter says the dumbest thing in the world, sometimes I got to make sure that, you know, I got to make sure he get home. So if we back to back, I gotta you know take care of my business, and I'm hoping and expecting him to do the same thing,
and I
no
like
matter what.
and I like what you said. Even in relationships would be back to back.
Yeah,
Back to back. So that means if you got I'm at your back, we can see everything. Now, when we face to face and arguing with each other, then other people can come behind us and bust us upside out here. I do bring some. Always in relationships, it's got to be back to back. That's a good one, Chris. I learned that a long time ago. But what you want to talk? What else you want to talk about today?
I
Maybe
want to talk about
it's a
this.
topic
You don't
that
want
you'll
to
know
talk
about because
You don't want to. You see, old Marcus Sasser, first team All American. You see that, right? U of H.
first team All American. Okay.
First team All American. Yeah, U of H. Hey man, U of H, man. Let me tell you something. University of Houston. I know basketball season get ready to start, but top 5 in the country. I'm telling people. I remember doing games for CBS when I literally told Kelvin Sampson, I said, Coach, it's almost like I need to talk to CBS and tell them to stop coming here. This is embarrassing.
Nobody in there. I was there. Remember?
I said, Coach, this is crazy. Nobody comes to the game. It's like 10 people in the Hopkins Pavilion back then.
Yeah.
And look at it now.
Yeah. Can't find
Hey, listen, nobody can say anything to that man. That man built that place.
Yes.
Period. What they
Shout
got
out to
going
him.
on right now is a juggernaut.
And that
I
staff.
mean, built it.
Yes, Coach.
And didn't build it. I mean, Quentin Grimes came as a transfer,
Yeah.
but didn't build it with, you know, all Americans.
Yeah. No.
Not 5 stars.
No.
You know, he
No.
built it out of the bud. He took it out of the bud.
Absolutely.
You know, and they're getting ready to go into the Big 12.
When they going to Big 12? When?
I think it's next year.
Okay.
Bilal Batley, you know, we all know the Bilal. I think Bilal told me they're going next year.
Okay.
So that upgrades, you know, the city of Houston. Now, guess what? Kansas, they got to deal with them now. Because guess what? Kids don't have to leave. They can stay right there at home and be on ESPN every game or CBS and go play at every place they want to play in the Big 12 and sit right there at the crib.
Wow.
Sell out every game. So think about it. If they sell out every game now, when they play in Central Florida, and when they play in not UAB, when they play in Central Florida, Cincinnati, Memphis.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen when they play TCU, Baylor, Kansas State, Oklahoma State? They're going to sell out every game, man.
Gonna be crazy.
Sell out every game. Because now all these casual fans that want to see Baylor and all those, they couldn't see those teams. They had to drive to Austin. Now they can come see them right there in town.
Right.
The
The thing is, though, the stadium ain't that big enough. The stadium ain't big enough.
It don't matter, man. It's like a club. How you've been in the club atmosphere? Why they got people sitting outside in the line? They want to make you think. And the place could be small. That's just how it is. Guess what? As long as it's sold out, it don't matter. It don't matter as long as it's sold out.
But I wouldn't mind. You know, since I know you inching forward. I was thinking about Jaylen. I sent you some about Jaylen Brown, and I sent you something about Aaron Donald.
Oh yeah.
Did you notice Aaron Donald?
I did.
Did you notice at the bottom?
His wife.
He and his wife signed it.
He and his wife.
He and his wife signed it. And Chris.
Oh, go on. I'm sorry. What?
What make people leave their sports agency? I should be answering this, but I'm going to talk to you. To go to a startup just because Kanye West is over. What's wrong with society? That these guys were with competent, Jaylen Brown, Aaron Donald were competent people.
You said they're very
They're
competent people.
very the people that
Jaylen Brown is thorough.
no,
That I know for sure. I don't know
listen
Aaron
to me.
Donald.
You ain't hear me. Their agents, the guys who would represent them, were competent.
Right? Oh, I got you.
What make them leave those guys and go over here to try something because Kanye West got something to do with it? Because I know you was bragging about him.
Who's I bragging about?
No. I'm just help you. How he the richest black man in the world. And then somebody
I
just
never said
yes, you did, Chris.
I never said.
Chris.
Never said.
Okay.
never said.
Chris, stop.
Well, let me ask you a question. What make people go work for what make people go to Clutch? What make people go to Clutch? They know LeBron pulling the strings. Why they going to Clutch?
Same thing.
I'm saying, well, I mean, why?
Celebrity-driven culture. That's what I tried to say earlier. But you saying, well, the celebrities know. Robert, it needs all. What you say? It needs all of us. It needs all of us.
Or it first of all, it does take all of us. Or they want to build something different than what's been done before, and based on celebrity and power and ability to get things done, this is a way to fast track it. The same way, again, the same way you hype up, and I'm not saying anything wrong with it, your girl from the Denver Broncos and how she got Lewis Hamilton in there with her power and her influence.
Right.
So they're like, hey, this is how we got to do it because they're not going to let us in because what is it?
I want you to parallel that to this because that's ownership over here.
You're gonna have a way. I'm telling you, it may not be the same way, but it could be the same thought process. It may not be the same way. Let's create something that's ours. Because they also look. By the way, they're also looking at Clutch now.
Okay, and Clutch is not owned by.
Not anymore. But that's
right.
But again,
right.
Not anymore. But that's how it started. So what I'm saying is, who knows? You know, I mean, I don't know why Donda. I know some other things about Donda Academy.
Chris, hold that for me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Let me. I love when people say stuff like this, right? Let me tell you something. That guy who negotiated that contract was a very smart man. Leland something. Talking about Ricky. That contract would have been great if Ricky Williams don't get hurt. So don't talk about him. That contract, if Ricky Williams don't get hurt and hit some of the triggers on that contract, y'all would have been talking about that's the greatest contract in history. I've had the advantage of looking at it. But he didn't understand in football. Your client has a strong propensity to get hurt. So what you do, you protect them in the front end. Get all the guaranteed money you can get. But when people just stole stuff like, I'm glad you put it up there, Karen Roach. When I look at the deal, if Ricky had I wouldn't have never did that. But if Ricky had he performed. You remember Ricky, he didn't perform. Ricky did some other stuff. So
it's hard when it's like that, when it's not guaranteed. It's performance leading a sport like that. I mean, I don't know. In a sport like that, the other question is, would you have done a contract knowing that it's not for long?
The problem is the guy, that was his first deal.
Yeah.
He's a good lawyer. So that was his first time. That's his first deal. Yeah. He's a good lawyer, but he don't know this business. This business is a monster, man. When you got to deal with Mark Cuban over there.
We're not trying to give up $1.
Hey, thank God. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you. You want your son to go to the Clippers. Because that man don't mind getting your baby that money. I'm just telling you, that man right there said, wait a minute, all I want to do is win.
He can't spend all the money he got.
No, he can't.
Somebody mentioned
I'm glad you brought. I'm glad. I just wanted to share that with you. So tell me what you think about Donda, because I know Donda Academy was
I mean, here's my thing, man. even when it comes to the kids, somebody mentioned the transfer. I know kids have gone to school there. I know the situation.
Mm-hmm.
They almost hired my boy as a head coach. Didn't work out.
Okay.
It's to your point about,
Uh-huh.
to a degree, when you say certain people like celebrities get involved in politics, they don't know what's going on. Sometimes it's not always about knowing what's going on. It's usually a celebrity to move a needle sometimes, right? On an injustice that is done. You're correct. They don't know and they probably need to structure their stuff a little bit differently, where they have some people behind them that can educate them and speak for them and help them.
You talking about the
Because when they
academy?
try to-
Who you talking about? The academy?
I'm
Who?
talking about like guys like Ice Cube. They go in there and try to go it alone. And
Yeah,
try to
yeah,
use it.
yeah. That's the
Don't
point.
surround themselves
Yes.
with the necessary people
That's the point.
that can coach them up and
Yeah.
then sometimes speak for them to
Yes.
help them. They
That's-
just think because I'm Ice Cube, I can push the agenda.
That's
Because
the
it comes down, I want credit.
Now
And
you
it's
done
not
came
about-
around, man. That's all you had to do was say
I've
that
already said,
earlier.
Stop it. I always known that. So the same thing when it comes to the Donda Academy stuff is that you know that kids will do it. Yeah, he can't win a race too. He can't win a race. You know, Max Verstappen. That's all I got to say. Max Verstappen. Anyway,
See, I messed you
they
up.
use that celebrity to start a program. They
Right.
know that kids and and parents are gonna gravitate towards Kanye West in that situation, and they are ill-equipped to handle and manage it because they don't understand what they get themselves in the middle of. People, you know what people understand? Like it's like clickbait, like you always say clickbait.
Yeah.
You see clickbait. Oh man, look what happened. Man, read the article, man. The way they wrote the headlines had nothing to do with the article. But all you did was read the headlines. And you up here talking, and it was the complete opposite, the antithesis of what the meeting was. I mean, what the meeting was supposed to be. These guys come in and try to do these academies and don't realize there's a day to this stuff, man. There's a grind to it. You just can't put anybody in there to be the coach. You can't put anybody there to do the academics. They got rules. And all you doing is out there rapping and doing concerts and saying, man, I want to start a sports agency. I know another guy, Travis Scott. I want to start a sports agency. Man, rap, man. Be a rapper, man. And
Wait
then-
a minute. Hold up, now. What you tell him to shut up and rap?
I didn't say that. He can have a sports
No,
agency.
mess with
but
you.
don't-
No,
and-
a
but
bit
they
like
use-
you.
All I'm saying is they use these guys' names. For instance, right?
I know you.
You got your boy Alfio on here, so I don't want to, I want him to get mad.
Yeah.
You talked about a certain restaurant
Mm-hmm.
in Austin the other day, and you called it out by name. I mean, am I allowed to say it?
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The name that you called out, he probably not getting 1/4.
Mm-hmm.
Not 1/4. But when the food terrible, what they say?
Him.
When the food is terrible, what do they say?
Man, I'm still getting residuals from that.
You know what I'm saying?
In other words, y'all, I had an unpleasant experience at a high-end restaurant in Austin. Spent a lot of money, and the service was terrible, and the food was worse than the service. And if I had known, if you want to, I'm not saying it on the air, but if y'all want,
Nah, don't say it.
But email me if you really want to know the name, because I don't want. Because if somebody had told me not to go there, I wouldn't have went. And so I don't want nobody to go spend that kind of money and have a bad experience, and you got your people around you that you're trying to entertain, and it was the worst experience. It was. When I tell y'all, I am the most forgiving guy about stuff like that, but I just saw the faces of my guests.
But who gets blamed for it though? See, people don't even realize like
The guy.
that person ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right,
Ain't got nothing to do with it.
right,
Right?
right. It was terrible.
Nothing to do with it.
It was terrible.
Get
It
a
was
check.
terrible.
Get a check though. Get a check because
Yeah.
of the lame image likeness. Get a check,
Yeah.
but has nothing to do
But
with the
Chris,
operation. That's what I'm saying about Donda. Like I said about Donda.
Come on.
No connection to it whatsoever. Mama was named Donda. I think his mom was named Donda,
Yeah.
whatever. And then people are buying into that instead of saying, "Hey man, you better up going to Katy High School, man. What you doing? What do you think is going on? Either you good or you not, dude. Doing that is not going.
Chris,
wish
Chris,
I
will you
had a
say that again?
doing that is not gonna get you. You think that's what it is? If you good, bro, you gonna get there. Are you gonna get there?
Herb,
Trust me.
Herb Baker the show.
Oh, you're stupid, man. Whatever.
But
Herb.
that's good, Chris. I like that, Chris. I like that
I'm
here.
telling you, good. You gonna get there. Listen, man. Hatter, it's like we talk about sitting at a court side of the game. People don't get the experience you have of sitting in a room surrounded by like 10 coaches. They got the GAs and everybody, and you the number one recruit. And watch how them people fawn over you and everybody coming at you and saying good stuff and doing that. Herb know what it's out, and you like, damn. And everywhere you go, you meet the president and you meet the director of housing and everybody. Oh my God, Mr. Hatter, how you doing? Because you know what they did? They didn't send a profile of you before you get there. Oh my God, I heard you studied this. Because you're like, oh my God, how did they know? Hey, dummy, they sent a profile of you before you got there. They let them know you're the number one recruit. They made them like everybody's. I can't believe everybody knows my name. That's by design, man. Like this is a show. You understand that, right? So when you sit in a room, when you're not there now, let's take that away, and you sit and you'll fly like a little bug in the room. And they're like, man, that mama, I ain't like that mama at all. Man, listen, man, that dude, no, we got to recruit him all the same, but he number 8 on the list. Let's try to get 1 through 7 so we ain't got to take this dude. They don't understand. They've never been in those rooms. But all y'all done been around a girlfriend that y'all don't want to come to dinner with y'all. And y'all don't know how to tell her. right.
I know some dudes. He ain't got.
All y'all done had a baby shower and not want somebody to come and be like, girl, how we gonna tell her? How we gonna get around not letting her come? Come on now.
Hold on, man. What you just said. So, I know a person that I intentionally let come to my daughter's baby shower, cause I know her energy was bad.
I'm trying to tell you.
I didn't want her to make my daughter. I don't want her to. No. No. You can't. No. You can't come. No.
I'm just saying, like,
that's a good point.
People haven't been in those rooms.
Right.
They don't know what it's. They just think they know. All they can do is look on the outside. Mm-hmm. It's like a lion cage, right?
Okay.
On the outside of that lion cage, you feel real secure, but you ain't never been inside of it. You don't know what it's like. You know what it's like on the outside, man. Look at that lion. Oh man, it's cute. It's that.
Right.
Look in that cage and what's going to happen?
No, sir. No, sir.
That's what it's like when college coaches or being in the room with these guys trying to negotiate with these owners, or how when you walk into a room and you've been recruiting a kid for 2 years, spending all your company's resources, and everybody's saying everything's okay, and then all of a sudden it gets time to write the check, and they're like, well, how I got to think about it for a second. If you done took him to 100 dinners, took him here, flew him there, hung out, had intimate conversations, did every single thing, paid a couple of mortgages, all that stuff, and then it gets down to sign them papers, and they say, man, I wish my wife was on board. I'm trying to talk to him,
I told you the story.
Come on.
I'm at the man's house. Me and my daughter spend the night. He said, don't stay at no hotel. You stay with me. I'm in the man's house with his wife and his kid. Ladies and gentlemen, my heart been broke so many times. So
they don't understand how you hear more no's than you'll ever hear yeses. But keep going.
Yeah. So me and the dude, he about to sign, right? And he said, man, I'm gonna go wake my wife up so she can come and witness this. I'm gonna text you the name. That man went back there. I lived in the house with him, y'all, that night, that weekend. He went back there and never came out the room. She came out. Talking about, Robert, we just ain't gonna do it. We just don't feel comfortable with doing it right now. I wouldn't woke my daughter up when it got me a hotel. I wasn't gonna sleep in the mom. I wasn't sleeping in their house no more. Guess what I found out, ladies and gentlemen? The agency she got her husband to go with had a modeling acting agency attached. So they lied to her and promised her that she was going to be an actress and a model. She ain't never been in a movie. She ain't never been in nothing. And he done whooped her. Excuse me. He done abused her and everything since then. They broke up and everything. You ought to get. All I'm sitting up here saying, I'm in the house.
They don't care.
Chris.
They don't care. They don't care.
Chris, young kid. I'm glad. That ain't funny. Karen Roach. That ain't funny. It might be funny to you. Wasn't funny to me. Kid come up here. Top defensive lineman in the country. Came up here to Houston. Hung out with me. Y'all got to understand. If it's just up to the guy, I got a 99.9.9.9.9 success rate. When I got the mama, 99.9. Them daddies, I ain't got no good success rates with them. Because they be looking at me like, I think I come in there too sharp. I think I come up in there looking like, but check this out, Chris. The kid came, we had a great time. He said, man, I want to sign with you now. I said, whoa, I ain't met your mom and them yet. He said, man, I'm 21 years old. I can sign with her. So guess what? I let him sign. He signed, but I didn't feel right about it, Chris. Guess what I do? That was on Saturday. Dropped him off the airport on Sunday. He left. Spent a lot of money. Yeah, you're right. I spent a lot of money. So I get on the plane to go to where he lived. I go to the crib. I'm taking the time. Wasn't nobody opening the door. I'm just out there. We're just out there, Chris. Then the mama finally came to the door. She was sweet. The mama was sweet. Love her. Daddy, about as big as him, about 6'6", 300 something. Doug, they was bigger than you. He come sit down, frowning up, looking mad at me. Me and said. Then the big fella come down and sit next to me on the couch. The young fella. He was looking all timid. Then the daddy cussed the boy out. Oh, to whoop your down here signing. He said he signed with you. I said, yes. So what I did, I got it off of, I didn't want the kid to get the brunt. Guess what I did? I went into my spiel. I started telling the mama about me in the company, right? Had the mama like this. He didn't smile not one time, the man. The little boy, he didn't care. The boy and the mama, the boy was like, mama, like I told you, right? He was like this here. Well, I don't know what you did. But I'll beat his ass. I said, wow. So guess what I did? Chris, I never forget this, Chris. I took a contract.
Tore it up.
But it wasn't the right contract. I took a blank one. I went to it. I said, because guess what? Yeah, it was a blank one. I ain't tapped the real contract. Hell no. The boy might have changed his mind. I wasn't going to do that. Hold up. I tore up a contract. I said, I don't want to come between this family. I just can't. I'm not, I've been in this business for long. But Chris, what I didn't like, the disrespect out of everything I've done in this business and the kids I've helped, the disrespect by this daddy. Then we come back find out later he had already been paid by another agency.
Exactly. I mean, instead of him just being honest,
yes,
he being dishonest to his own family.
Yes. I didn't like what he
ended on that. Let's end it on that, man. That's ridiculous, man.
He said that's ridiculous.
End it on that, man. I gotta run to.
We got 4 minutes, man. You got hold up. We got 4 minutes.
Okay, going on.
We got 4 minutes. But
Okay.
I heard they thought you was a pastor. They said they thought I was a pastor one time. Yeah, I might look like that. Yeah, but he said,
"Hey, listen. When they don't want it to happen, you could. I always tell people when you sit in those meetings, it's always about finding the champion in the room. Who is the person making the call?
Yeah.
That's why I tell everybody that's important to you.
Yeah.
Everybody that's important to you,
Right.
all right, ain't always the one making the call. It might be important to you. You might think you're important to the process, but you might not be important to the person that's making the call. It's just how it works.
That's how it works.
It's how it works. And so the person in there is like, hey man, who is running this show right now?
Yeah.
The mama doing a whole lot of talking, but she ain't running the show.
Yeah.
The daddy sitting there frowning up right now.
Yeah.
He ain't running the show.
The daddy real's running the show.
He might have been running the show then because again, you
Yeah.
tore it up, but you still had a contract.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if you don't have a contract, you
Right.
can sit in that room and see, well, hold on, man. This girlfriend got a whole lot of influence.
Let's stop talking about the girl. You remember I told you I messed up one time with the girlfriend.
Yeah,
I
that
messed up.
girlfriend got a whole lot
Chris,
of influence.
I want to help you with this one. And you can end on this one. Sonya wants you to talk about the Astros for some reason. Shit, they won, Sonya. He ain't going to talk about them. They good.
I
But
don't like the Astros.
Kanye West, Dundee Academy, is kicked out of a major basketball tournament. You didn't see that headline?
I mean, I'm not
Star
shocked.
players on there, they're able to showcase their talent on the high school biggest stages. It's the Scholastic
Well, my thing is, yes, Chris.
play-by-play classic announced that Donda has been scrapped from his thing.
So here's my thing. Again, we live in America, right?
Right.
We live in America.
Right.
So we had probably one of the most unique presidents of all time. Okay.
Okay.
And the last guy we just had, right? Off the chain, got people trying to insurrection.
You call him
Yeah, I'm just trying to be politically correct.
Okay. All right.
What high school he go to?
I don't know.
What college he go to? I'm just saying, why are they doing that? What they kicking them out? What they kicking the kids out for?
Right.
Why are you doing that to the kids? That's Kanye's opinion. It's America. He's allowed, even if again, people gonna get mad.
Even if you get no.
If we disagree with him, he's allowed to have an opinion.
So Adidas shouldn't have kicked him off either. Balenciaga
They
shouldn't have
could have
kicked him
done
off
that
either.
Again, Kanye.
Gap shouldn't have did it either.
He has to be held accountable.
No.
If
I'm just
that's what-
saying. You saying he
I
got
don't
an
know.
opinion?
All I'm saying is this dude clearly does not care, because clearly there's people that support him, and he doesn't care that they do that, or he just has what we call, you know what kind of money? Well, he don't care what people think. You know, they call it. I don't want to say it on the screen.
Yeah. I got
There's
you.
that kind you know what kind of money.
Yeah,
So
right,
he don't care what everybody says. So what I'm saying is, and I'm not, listen, I would never say this. Some people think that Kanye West needs mental help. I don't know what's going on. But all I'm saying is, why the kids got to get kicked out? Because of what? That I will not understand.
Because the university, if the school mess up, if the
I
school,
thought they were kicked out because of the work.
if the people have a problem with the institution or the namesake of the institution, of course they're not going to let them come in there.
Okay.
What if Jewish people run this tournament?
Okay, that's fine. Again, listen, we can go into that conversation too.
But you try to defend him, but these people got a choice
Not
too.
defending them. I'm defending what
Okay,
what the country
so they got a
stands for.
choice too, right?
That's right. So if we start doing that, we're gonna be starting canceling games all over the place. Then that's all I'm saying.
We back
Start
where?
doing stuff like that. We canceling stuff all over the place. If some policeman who shot some kid, we could start doing. All I'm saying is you open Pandora's box. If you want to cancel Kanye, cancel Kanye. But the kids are the ones that are being hurt by this.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Not just because you're trying to go at Kanye, but you're hurting the kids. I don't know.
Make
Anyway,
sure you're on the show
fence about
tomorrow.
that.
When you
Huh?
said the kids are hurt by it, make sure you're on the show. Make sure you're on the coach. I got something for you tomorrow. But I'm gonna mute you till I finish.
Yeah,
gonna
look
mute you
at
till I
that.
finish.
Okay, that's fine.
No.
Yeah, mute me.
Yeah.
I got to run though.
Okay. Yes, 2:00. Bye. We'll see y'all.
Chop,
then. Bye. Hey y'all, I'm out of here too, man. I just that's a great time. Great time. We'll see y'all tomorrow. I am out of here. Let me find the button. See y'all tomorrow. We're gonna slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing. I'm out.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the chop shop. We in the chop shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the chop shop.